In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a complete Trello content dashboard from scratch, turning your scattered ideas into a visual, data-driven workflow that tracks everything from sponsor revenue to publish dates. Trello is one of the most flexible project management tools out there, but most people only use it as a basic to-do list. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a fully functional content operations center that gives you real-time insight into your pipeline at a single glance. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you need to lay the foundation, your core Workspace board. This board is going to be the single source of truth for every piece of content you produce, so it's worth setting it up thoughtfully from the beginning. Start by creating a new board and give it a name that makes sense for your channel or brand, something like Content Pipeline or Editorial Calendar. Now, the key to making this board work is structuring it with what Trello calls lists, which are essentially vertical columns that represent the stages of your workflow. I recommend starting with 5 essential lists. The first one is content ideas. This is your capture zone. Whenever a topic pops into your head, whether you're scrolling social media, reading a book, or having a conversation, drop a card here immediately. Don't overthink it. Just get the idea out of your brain and into Trello. Next, create a list called pre-production. This is where you move cards once you've decided an idea is worth pursuing. Here you'll attach scripts, shot lists, guest outreach notes, or any research materials you need. The third list is production and editing. Once you start filming or recording, the card moves here. This is also where you'll track ongoing edits, color grading, or sound mixing. Then create ready to publish. This list holds final files that are uploaded and waiting for their scheduled release date. Finally, add a list called published live to archive completed work. This final list is crucial because it gives you a historical record you can reference later when you're planning similar content. Now that your pipeline is structured, it's time to add granular detail to each card using custom fields. This is where Trello really transforms from a simple Kanban board into a powerful database. To enable custom fields, go to your board's menu, click Power-Ups, and search for custom fields. It's a free Trello feature, so there's no hidden cost to unlock this. Once it's enabled, start by adding a field called Platform. This should be a drop-down menu where you can select YouTube, TikTok, newsletter, podcast, or any other platform you use. The reason this matters is that it allows you to later filter your board to see only, say, your YouTube pipeline, helping you balance your content mix across channels. Next, add a drop-down field called Sponsor. Here you can list any brand partners associated with a particular video. This is a game changer for creators who manage multiple sponsorships at once. You can quickly see which sponsors are overdue or which videos are still pending approval. Then add a date field called Publish Date. This doesn't replace your due date. Rather, it's the precise date the content goes live. Setting this separately gives you a clean date stamp for reporting purposes. Finally, add a currency field called Revenue. Type in the dollar amount for sponsorships or ad payouts. Over time, this field will let you track your content's financial performance without ever leaving Trello. A best practice here is to fill out these fields as soon as you create a card, even before you write the full description. It takes 30 seconds and saves you from hunting down information later. With your cards now packed with structured data, it's time to build the visual dashboard that makes all that information immediately useful. Trello's native reporting tool is incredibly underrated, and most creators never even open it. To access it, look for the Views dropdown, which is typically located at the top left of your board, right next to the board name. Click on it and select Dashboard from the menu. This will generate a blank canvas where you can add interactive tiles. By default, Trello will offer you a few standard tile options, such as Cards per List, which shows you which stage of your pipeline has the most content, essentially a bottleneck detector. It will also offer Cards per Label if you're using labels, and Cards per Due Date to track deadlines. But here's where you can customize things for your specific needs. Click on Add Tile and choose the data you want to visualize. For example, you could create a card count filtered by the sponsor field to see which brand partner has the most active projects, or a timeline view of all your publish dates to spot gaps in your content calendar. The real power comes from clicking the 3-dot menu on any tile and changing its visual format. You can switch between bar charts, pie charts, and line charts. I personally find a pie chart especially useful for the platform field because it gives you an instant visual snapshot of your content mix. Are you producing too many TikToks and not enough long-form YouTube videos? The dashboard updates in real time, so every time you move a card or update a field, your charts refresh automatically. A common pitfall to avoid is adding too many tiles. Start with 3 or 4 that directly answer the questions you ask yourself most often, like how many pieces are in editing, or what's my sponsored content versus organic content ratio. You can always add more later. Let's wrap things up. By now, you've built a complete Trello content dashboard that not only organizes your pipeline, but also gives you visual, data-rich reports on your workflow, revenue, and platform distribution. The real benefit here isn't just organization, it's clarity. When you can see your entire content operation laid out in charts and lists, you make smarter decisions about what to produce, when to publish, and where to focus your energy. As a next step, I recommend setting up a recurring weekly review where you open your dashboard for just 5 minutes. Look for bottlenecks in your pre-production or editing lists, and check your platform pie chart to ensure you're not neglecting any channel. And if you ever need to revisit these steps, feel free to save this video or come back anytime. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.